here, and I'm with my colleague Amanda. And today we're going to talk a little bit about taking personalization on the go. So I'm not sure if, several years ago you did sublimation and it was really difficult to take it anywhere and make it portable. Now that we have smaller presses, cartridges, things that make it easier to take your profitability and make it portable, we're going to talk a little bit about what we have to make that happen.
And Jackie's very right, especially when she said with the sublimation printers, a lot of printers that were out there. I mean, computers have gotten smaller, your printers have gotten smaller. Not everyone's carrying around all that ink to slosh around, when they're traveling. So again, the cartridges are super nice to keep everything consolidated when you are traveling. With Johnson Plastics, we have got plenty of equipment for you, from the Sawgrass printers to the smaller size heat presses, to the punch and press and the iColor 250 as well. All these things are going to really be able to make that marketplace successful for your business.
Yeah, so I know Amanda has children that are in sports. I know craft shows are huge. I know we've got Mother's Day and Father's Day just around the corner. So, think about those markets that you might be going to or taking your products to. Fundraising events, sporting events, great ways to make some money with your items. So here's an example of our punch and press. So this is one of my favorite products that we carry. It seems really simple, but it's actually really very cool. So how it works is there's two parts, the punch and press. So here's the finished product of the punch and press. It's a little keychain. So this happens to be a house, but there are different
circles and houses and different rectangles and all different kinds of shapes that you can do, especially for those who are, keychains. Again, you got to imagine with those are a good success because of a lot of teenagers as well are getting their cars for the first time and being able to create something on the go, and keychains for the sporting events. Super simple. So Jackie's going to kind of quickly showcase that for you.
Yeah. So there's what that keychain looks like. So the first part of the punch and press is punch. So you're going to take your paper, slide it in, and push down, and it punches out that paper. So you could either have your print on demand and have them personalized, or take them pre-printed depending on what event you're going to. If they want their, even if you're going to a college, a dorm, a college fair, like new student weekend. That's what they are. And they want to put their name on their keychains for their new dorm. So you punch it out, and that's step one. And then you take this off. So you're going to unscrew it. So that's step one. And then there is the punch part. So you just attach this here. Righty tighty, lefty loosey.
On the side.
Oh, use this thing.
There you go.
And then you slide the paper into this little item, and then you press. So that was just a pretend demo, but you'll end up with the house, and there's those different items. So this is a great portable item because it's small. It's kind of heavy, but it's still portable. So that's just one example of something that you can do.
Absolutely. The punch and press is, it runs you about $157.79. So you have that keychain right there, around $1.75-ish plus for your different kind of keychains. And then you go ahead and you sell them at your open houses for the dorms, anywhere you're at for $4 or $5. You're making a good profit right there for something that is very quick to do. You're doing it in front of them, send them off on their way, and you've just made a sale very quickly that way.
I think we've got a question.
So the first question that came in was for the punch and press. This is not sublimation, correct? You just print this on with a regular printer and regular paper.
Yeah, you could print out whatever you want. I mean, even if you're at, I know in my community there's a children's museum. So even if you could set up a booth there, and the kids could create their little drawing, and you could make them a keychain from their artwork. So you don't have to have that special printer technology for this punch and press.
And somebody mentioned that using these for like a fundraiser
is
a great idea because you can set up and personalize right there on the spot.
Yep.
and split the profits with the school. And
Yeah,
everybody
especially-
loves it.
They
Yeah,
do.
split the profits with the school, especially I know we have a lot of customers who work in that awards market. That's right around the corner. Awards banquets, like George said, fundraisers are awesome.
Oh, yeah. And, you
So-
know, again, with this time of the year, graduation, we always, every 2 to 4 years, you have that political season and being able to go to those rallies and those events as well. Again, something here that you don't need this big piece of equipment, this special technology, you have to learn. It's, if you know how to work your basic computer and printer, however you need to use the paper, and you literally regular paper that you get from
Yep.
Walmart, Staples, wherever you need to
Yeah.
get it, and it's very easy to use.
Definitely
So,
make your money back quickly with a punch and press. Same thing with sublimation. So I think we've got one more question before we talk about sublimation.
Yeah, one more question on the punch and press. So it caused a little interest. Some people are already looking on the website. They wanted to know for the different shapes that we have. We've got t-shirts, we've got squares, we've got the houses. How do they set up their artwork? And we have templates available, correct? Right on those
Yes,
download pages.
yes. So just like most of our products, we have our tech tips and downloads on the web. So if you're trying a new product, you don't have to be too scared because there are always, you know, those jumping off points that help you get started. If you ever, you know, are struggling or have a question, you can always reach out to our support teams. We're here to help you, your account rep, or there's always, our customer service reps are always happy to
you got
answer
plenty of
questions
support
too.
here across the
So-
board for advanced support team,
Yeah.
sales reps, everybody here to help get you on your feet. Another question?
No, actually, just wanted to make a comment. We've got some veterans here who have been to some webinars. They know where that questions tab is. We were so excited that we just jumped right into the webinar. If you're new to our webinars, you'll see on the right-hand side, there's a section that says questions. You can type in your questions there. We have some folks answering them offline. We'll also get to some here. And we'll be running a couple different cameras today. So for those of you on PCs, it should be no problem. You'll see both cameras pop up at the same time. If you're on a mobile device, you'll have to swipe up to go between the two cameras. I think we got the housekeeping. I know we were all excited about that.
I know, you just were like so excited to go. We're ready to go to these events and make some money. So,
Well, it's so nice that we can actually start going to these events again. I think is a really big thing.
yeah.
You know, and speaking of big things and things that are hitting up, we've got spring and summer right around the corner. So definitely during those markets. So, you know, you've got to imagine yourself, we all know no matter what state you're living in, sometimes that weather is interchangeable. That like mediocre warm day turns into a super hot day. So again, we've got some great options here for different parts of these drinkware. If you guys are on our website, our Simply Springtime Drinkware, it is for our 20-ounce tumbler, our 20-ounce shimmer tumbler, as well as our 16-ounce tumblers. They are all on sale right now. So go ahead and get those and get your hands on them while you can. But these are really great pieces of drinkware. These have always been a very hot trending item. We will show you the lid, but it is, you know, the push forward in the back. It is your double wall. You do have your metal straw there that you can go ahead and pop in. The shimmer ones have been so successful since we have launched them. They come in, I think, 5 different colors, and the green and the pinks and blues. The white is a really big hit as well. If it catches a sunshine, it's going to be great. But hey, go ahead and be able to be at your market, personalize this for somebody. You really want to throw in that extra spirit, have a bucket of ice with you so you can give them some you know, ice and water, and they'll be able to tell while they're walking around how long their drink will stay cold for, and they're going to be forever thankful for you to be able to offer them a personalized drink right there and be able to give them a cold beverage.
Those
So
would be
think about those
perfect-
things too.
Perfect for Mother's Day gifts, I think.
Oh,
Those
yeah.
shimmer tumblers, absolutely.
Oh, absolutely.
But speaking of drinkware and tumblers, another item that has been super, super popular for us are our car coasters. So these are sublimation, just like the tumblers. So we have a fabric and a ceramic car coaster. I love these. This one, I am a big dog person. This one has a cute little dog on it. So you can sublimate these, great for taking on the go. Small items enough too that when you're traveling, if you want to take your blanks with you, the nice thing about these is they're small and light, so you don't have a whole lot of heavy things to carry with you to your event. So we talked a little bit about sublimation. So the Sawgrass is a great option for sublimation because it's a smaller printer. But we do have other options as well. So sublimation, the punch and press, and we also have a sticker and label printer. But I think we've got a question.
No, I just had a comment from someone who said that they love the car coasters. They've been taking them to craft shows and doing them at craft shows because they're small. You can do a bunch of them at a time.
Mhm.
And they said people will place their order at the beginning of the show, come back around an hour later and pick up their personalized car coaster. So that's, just want to share, that was a great idea.
It's a fantastic idea. And like you said, especially with these and neoprene, what I really like about these is for those people who don't have one of our great this one doesn't sweat, these non-sweating drinkware. If you don't have one and you do have the sweaty drinkware in your car, these neoprene are really, really great for you to be able to, one, help that out. But again, very, very lightweight. I mean, ounces here is what you have. And so again, hundreds of these that you can be able to carry without any extra weight. And again, you don't have to worry about packaging so much. So if you're a little klutzy like I am, these again are a great item because you don't have to worry about breaking and shattering.
Yeah, and then along the same lines, you could absolutely do this with the drink insulators as well. So as George said, that comment, it's a great idea. You can make a whole bunch of them at the same time and personalize, and then as somebody's walking around your event, come back and purchase them. So these are our slap wrap koozies, or drink insulators. So they slap around your drink. I don't know if there's any 80s babies on the webinar, but they were a whole thing.
Or at the webinar, yes,
Yeah.
there are. Yes, there are. Yes,
So
and
she's gonna
slap
demonstrate
it.
that for you.
Yep, the old school days, and then you go ahead and here we've got a great little one where it is the hello this drink belongs to, and you can put names on there. I'm sure an exclamation marker would be perfect, or you could just fill in the name. Again, part of the personalization. This is another great thing when we're doing things such as this mason jar. Absolutely, it is going to keep your drink cold, but this is something there too. If you're looking at, it's almost around this, and this is about 17 ounces. So these slap wraps really do fulfill. I know I've seen a lot of like 80s parties have been popping up at bars and at people's houses, and a lot of people are really getting back. The new kids on the block are doing shows again. So these are great little items as well. If you're out there and you're just, out in that parking lot, this would be an easy sell at any kind of concerts. And again, would go great around, your beer, your beverages, and everything else.
Yeah, and since we're talking about taking these products on the go, this is a great thing that you can, tell your customer, hey, stick this in your purse and come see me at the next event that they have when you've got your beverage insulator ready. So
Amanda, would you say that those can insulators have the right stuff?
Dad joke. Gotta always count on George there. So. No, you're good. And as Jackie was talking about that, there's a lot of options for technology and taking it on the go. So the one thing I want to mention too is that it's not just about the punch and press or sublimation, or as we talked about is the iColor 250, which is a sticker printer, is that you can also do your heat transfer, and again, here is a really nice, fully polyester, which you don't need polyester for heat transfer, but again, you have this shirt here. It's very nice and breathable. Again, during those market days that can get hot and a little crazy, again, you can create school logos on the front. You can put people's name on the back. And again, as George was saying, I know a lot of customers who just take those iColor printers with them. They do all the presses right there, because they can, and they're able to go ahead and get rid of the inventory, help out, put their names out there. It's a great little piece of technology that again, you can go ahead and take on the road with you.
Yeah, and the great thing too, so I don't know if you noticed on this one, if you're going to an event where there's a lot of Tigers fans, for example, you can take these pre-printed and then personalize while you're there with the name on the back. So there's a lot of options for, selling that personalization capability that you've got at those events.
And I know that there's probably a lot of people who are sitting there and they know about the marketplaces, whether it be, there at their county fairgrounds, maybe it's at a local, store, something along those lines. They're holding the outside sip and shop events. When you're talking about packing all this stuff up, also always be aware of, hey, how are you going to pack this up in your car, trailers? Again, always making sure that you have those kind of items ready for you. Those are small investments, but they are well worth it because the more you can put in there, the more you can take with you and the more money you have for the opportunity. So you do always want to keep that in mind as well. As Jackie was saying, inventory and space is there's obviously just lots of things everywhere. But with the drinkware and stuff, it's very important. I know it's going to be a big hit.
Yeah, so I actually think we've got a customer at our event here.
I think we do.
Oh, hello.
Hello. What if I want a personalized tumbler?
All
Can you
right,
guys do that for me?
I think we can. All right,
My name on it?
let's go. So we're
All
going
right.
to go show you some personalization.
And while those girls are getting ready to go walk over and get set up at their own little market spot, I just, again, want to kind of go over the heat transfer and the t-shirt here. Again, this is just, it doesn't have too heavy of a hand. Again, the great thing about this is that it is that polyester material. It's going to be super light and super easy to breathe. And I think that, we're going
In
to.
order to personalize, you do need a tumbler to take with you. Don't forget those.
And Jackie makes another great point. When you are on the road, make sure that you are actually bringing along the items that you need to personalize, for your new customers. Also, again, when you're on our website, I know we don't have it here, but the iColor 250 has been a really big hit for a lot of our customers. You can do, everything from car stickers to regular stickers, lamination options that are available now for you as well.
Okay, so I have our Sawgrass printer set up here, and we're going to show you how to personalize the skinny 20-ounce tumblers. And again, as Amanda had mentioned, these are on sale right now. So hop on the site, grab some so you've got them ready. So the Sawgrass 500, it's an awesome printer for sublimation if you're getting started. The 1000 is great too because you can print a little bit larger. So you could print more at one time at your events and therefore making more money. So I'm going to show you that the artwork set up. So I'm going to go to File, Print. And we've already got our Sawgrass Print Manager selected. Print. And then you can choose the type of material that you're printing on. So we've got our stainless steel tumbler selected. And then this is our Johnson Plastics Plus sublimation paper. I love this sublimation paper. It's very inexpensive, but gives you really, really great results. So we're going to print this out. And then while that's printing, I'll talk a little bit about the press. So our JP450 is an awesome tool to have in your toolkit because it's really versatile. So we have our the skinny tumbler attachment with the press, but you can also do shot glasses, you can do mugs, so you can do regular mugs, latte mugs, shot glasses, and I think there's one other item that I'm forgetting, but you can do a lot with this press. And as you can see, it's very small, so easy to pack up and take with you. These are on the site as well. And speaking of small presses, so I know a lot of times the 16 by 20 press is a great press to have because for apparel, it's awesome, but we do have smaller presses, so like 12 by 15 that are really inexpensive. So if you want to get one that you take to your events with you, I would recommend checking those out. So if you have any questions, let me know.
Jackie, we did have a question, and you kind of just covered it there. When you're using a regular heat press, you're probably going to want to have two people to haul it in and out. A little cart might be nice. But that new press that you just talked about, the smaller one, that really could be lifted by one person,
Yes.
as long as you're careful.
Yes,
But-
I know we have a lot of customers that, they're one employee, but they do the job of 20 employees in their business. So that's a great point to make. So the smaller presses are great for when you're on the go.
Yep.
So we've got our press or print printed out here. So I'm going to just take some scissors and cut this down a little bit. Now I'm moving a little bit slow, but at your event you could, I'm sure you're all pros and can go a lot faster and make a lot more money. But this is just a way that you could easily have your artwork up. You could sell a tumbler to a whole family, and have each person's name personalized on that tumbler. So I'm going to take this. Again, this is our Johnson Plastics Plus sublimation paper. Got my tumbler here. I'm going to attach it. Make sure I've got it where I want. Grab some heat tape. And then again, as we had mentioned before, the tech tips are on the website. So you can always pull them up on your phone at your event if you forget. But we've got this set at, I believe, 360 degrees. And then it'll take about 50 to 60 seconds for this to press. So again, this is a skinny tumbler attachment. So we're going to put it in here. And start our time. Do we have any other questions, George, while we wait for this?
We do have a question. So people are wondering if the skinny attachment comes with the JP450 or if that is separate.
That's a separate purchase. So when you buy the JP450, what you're gonna get is the JP450, and then you're gonna be able to do 4 different types of mugs with the attachments that come with it. So you're gonna be able to do the 11-ounce regular mugs, 15-ounce regular mugs, 11-ounce latte mugs, and 15-ounce latte mugs when you get this. And then the attachment is a separate purchase. So I like that because if you're just getting started with sublimation and you want to make that investment, but you're not quite sure, as you grow, the press can grow with you in your business. So it's one of my favorite pieces of equipment that we carry. Any other things that while we're waiting for this to press?
Can you touch briefly again about the different templates and whatnot we have available online?
Yeah, so on our website, we have our tech tips and downloads. So this is specifically for this tumbler that I have in the press. It'll tell you the time, the temperature, and the pressure to get the best results. So there's also templates on the website too. So as we talked about with the punch and press, there'll be templates for the different little keychains and things that you use. So it just makes it really easy for you to add new products to your business and for your customers.
And I did have a comment.
Okay.
So we're using a simple name just because we're personalizing on the fly. So you want to make sure when you're going to craft shows, maybe you have a name you swap out so you can do it very quickly for your customer. However, if you are in your shopping or personalizing with sublimation, you can do fuller, big graphic images all across those tumblers.
Yeah, so perfect timing. And don't forget your heat gloves when you're at the event so you don't burn yourself. Grab this out of here. And then I have a bucket of water that I have. I'm just gonna dunk this in here. Get that cool off a little bit. But as Grace was saying, this is a simpler design, so you don't have to rotate the mug to get that full bleed, but that is something that you can do with this attachment. So, alrighty. And voila, we have a mug and we have, or a tumbler, I'm sorry, and it's got Madeline's name on it and she's ready to go. She's gonna take her her tumbler and keep on shopping.
Thanks, Jackie. That was so quick.
Oh, you're welcome. Come back and
Beautiful.
see me at the next event. Do we have any other questions about sublimation, sublimation printers, or taking sublimation on the go? All right.
So as Jackie's coming back from her market, there's a great few things I want to touch base on. One, we had the great voice allowing us to know that we need to keep our design simple. So again, while you're sitting there and you are at the market, making sure those names are easy to interchange, making sure that the prints you're doing are very simple and easy to be able to do. The other one was Jackie. Well, we noticed for like a minute there might have been a tumbler that we need to make sure that we didn't forget. So grab something as simple as this, okay? A nice little tote. You can find these a little bit of everywhere. In here, you can keep items like your heat tape, your heat gloves, extra tumblers, extra paper, all of those kind of things, because the last thing you want to do is be so busy that you run out of material. So you just want to make sure that you have all of those little items, again, in these little totes here, or, you know, anywhere else that you can find, to making sure that you don't forget all of those items and those step-by-step processes. So again, just good, you know, pieces of advice for you guys to think about it, because a lot of you who started in the at the time during the pandemic, you know, have started this, and this might be your first full market where it's going to be, I think, a very, very busy year for a lot of you. So just always try to think one step ahead of items that you might need as well.
Yeah, and if you ever have questions about what you need to get started with something, don't hesitate to reach out and ask us. We have everything that we've talked about today. So the printers, the paper, the tape, heat tape dispensers, we carry all of that products to help you get started, whether you're selling from a craft show or a fundraiser, out of your home, or you're just on the go and want to sublimate something for somebody. So we carry all of those products.
And another great thing too is that Jackie did talk about those smaller sized heat presses. So we do carry a 9x12 craft press and a 12x15 or 12x16 heat press as well. Now, the 9x12 is only 36 pounds, with a little bit of a bigger one is going to get you about 76 pounds. Another great thing to remember and to think about is that if you do have one that is much bigger, let's say you have a 16x20, find the stand for it. Majority of these larger heat press, so 27 pounds is a craft press. Sorry, I wanted to fix that. But for the larger ones that you have, don't forget to get those stands, which again, we do provide if you already have, the Geo Knight 16x20, there's a stand for it that can lock, but also has wheels. So if you get one of those big things to go on the road with you, it's a lot easier to put it in the trailer, let it go out of the trailer.
Another great thing about those more smaller portable presses, especially if you're just getting started, a great thing to have in your toolkit is your printer, the mug press, and then a smaller press. And if you're just getting started, I know I am a girl with champagne taste on a beer budget, so I understand. But the smaller presses are very affordable, and we've got some really high quality ones that you can, spend it's not going to break the bank to give you that high quality portable press. So I think we've got one question.
Yeah, we had a question on the SG500, and somebody was asking because it looked like a nice small size. Approximately how much that weighs?
About 27 pounds for that machine.
So if you take the craft press and you get the Sawgrass there, I mean, you're only looking at a little over about 60 pounds just for the two pieces of equipment, which it can be a little bit. But again, if you got somebody to help you out, that does seem a little heavy. But again, 27 pounds on that, another, 30-ish pounds on the heat press. That's, not too bad of the weight having to be carried in and out of those different kinds of events. So to carry with you, and it's not going to add to your GAR and your gas prices there.
Yeah.
So that's would be another great thing.
Yeah, and talking about the equipment and items that you're buying. So just a reminder about our rewards program. So I know I talked a little bit about our JPP paper, and that's something that qualifies for rewards. So when you purchase a piece of equipment, you do get some JPP bucks. To get those, you enroll in our rewards program. You can use those bucks, and then as you purchase consumable products, so tumblers, keychains, items that you're printing on, you earn points for those products, and then you can use them for dollars back as you buy with us.
It's a very great point. And yeah, there's a lot of great things as you see on our website, from our rewards program to once you get your account history in there, again, you can learn how to favorite items. All that stuff's going to be on the website underneath your logged in account. So make sure, and now too, if you're like, I think I have an account, but I can't find it, we have added a great find my account button. So as again, maybe you took the winter off and you're getting to the spring and you're like, oh, okay, it's time to get back into that marketplace. Again, get on our website, and if you can't remember all your stuff, just hit the find my account. We've got some great stuff there that'll be able to let you know, hey, here's your account email. We'll get everything set up and ready for you so you can get ordering very quickly.
Yeah, and if you are watching this webinar and you're like, you know what, I'm ready, I want to buy, I want to take sublimation with me, we do have machines in stock and ready to ship. So if you've got questions, let us know.
We did have a question. We have a customer that is currently cutting out stickers on their Cricut. So if they're going to a craft show, it takes them quite a while to get all of those printed and cut. And they heard you mention something about a sticker printer.
Yes, our iColor 250. I don't know if the mud press or the iColor 250 is my favorite. I don't know. I think they're all my favorite. But the iColor 250, you can print and cut in one machine. It doesn't require any pressing, both magnets and stickers. It's just a really awesome machine. I don't know if you have anything to add about that machine.
Like she said, there's also a lot of great media that comes along with that, from the inks it has to the pigment inks. The big thing when you're looking at that 250 right now on our website, you're gonna sit there and see there's a pigment ink in there. That ink is really meant for like UV stability, so it does not fade or bleed as fast as the other inks. And again, we have added on the different laminations that you can add to your stickers. So You have those people who want to take those stickers, some of them like me, will just pop them in our car, or they want to put them somewhere and they can do that. And with that lamination, it makes them waterproof.
Yeah.
And with the pigment inks, it allows them to be UV
It's a-
resistant as well.
Yeah, it's a small printer too, so it's probably, this big by this big. I know that's some really like,
Great dimensions.
yeah, accurate measurements, but it's a small printer, so it's portable as well.
And don't worry, we do have webinars on the 250 as well.
We
We
do,
have about
yes.
2 or 3 of them that are listed. So
Yeah, and I know you can make great profit margins with those because, you can make some fun stickers and sell them for, I've seen them go for $5 to $6. And if it's got something that I really like on it, I'd pay a lot for that cute little sticker.
well, not
So
only that, but it does have one of those calculators for you to let you know about the profit and the margin that you're making on the sticker prints. So again, a great thing while you're on the go and maybe you don't have all the receipts or you don't remember everything or something didn't log correctly with the 250, it helps log it for you, which is even more fantastic.
We had a customer who said that they were using the 250 at high school sporting events. And what they do is they design the logo of the team and then drop in the number. So if you're at a basketball game and then your family member's number 8, they put in the 8, they can print on demand with the 250 right there. So they're making the stickers right on site,
Mhm.
selling for $5, $6, $7 a piece. It's a great idea.
Yeah, and I think George hit on a really, good point with that customer. The thing that sets you apart at these events is you can get a personalized item quickly. So, if I want something that says Jackie on it, I can't really go to probably every booth and get something that has Jackie on it. But if they're at your booth and you can sublimate something that says their name on it, your customer's name on it, they're going to be super excited, or their child's name, or,
You don't have to worry about lost mail. You don't have to worry about something getting damaged. If so, it might be your own fault. With this way, you can guarantee that product's going in that customer's hands right then and there. And if they're going to be happy with the quality that you're giving them right then and there. And so again, it allows them to know that when they are out at your next big event, your spring fling, whatever might be going on in locally in your towns, the next time they come across you or your Facebook site or your website, they're definitely going to order from you because you gave them such a great quality and such a quick experience first time.
So somebody, we had another question. Somebody wanted to see the can koozie again, and I can take that, hold it up here to the camera. So one of the things they asked was, yes, you could write that in with a marker, or you could leave that blank and customize it on site, correct?
Yeah.
With this, so you can have this all designed up and actually use like a handwriting font.
Yes, and then you could put the name Amanda or Jackie or George or Grace and everybody else that's here. Something, again, as we were talking about, keep it simple. Have this here, have that, and drop in the name, put it around, call it a good time, and that's perfect.
Yeah, do we have any other questions?
I think we've addressed everything that's come in, either offline or here on the webinar, so I think we're good.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for joining me and Jackie today. Letting us showcase to you how great it's going to be. Again, spring has officially sprung. Maybe not with all of the weather in America, but it is on its way. And it's coming summer. There's a lot of opportunity with graduations, Mother's Days, festivals. Everybody's going to be so excited this year to be out and about and just doing things again. So make sure that you're prepared and that you're stocked up and ready to go.
All righty. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.